Good morning. I'm going to talk about Malabar spinach. It's also known as Ceylon spinach, vine spinach, climbing spinach, gooey, Acela trepadora. So this is a plant right here. I have the red variety. So the stem is reddish, and the veins are red, and and there's a green variety, and it will have reddish colored seeds. So it looks like a spinach because of the leaf shape, but it's not a true spinach. It is in the Basellaceae family, and Basella alba is the green leaf variety. Basella rubra species is the red leaf variety. It grows in India and tropical regions that are moist, and it thrives in hot temperatures that exceed 90 degrees. So only as of late, it has only recently reached 90 degrees. I think in prior years it would have already been 90 degrees, but we had some late rains up until May, and I don't mind it. You get extra water, rainwater, but still not enough. So it grows like an annual in places that get frost, and can behave as a perennial in frost-free regions. Here's another little baby, some other green that grew up next to it. And over here I have a pot that was in the shade of a baby jackfruit. And look at how lush and green it is. I think it does really well in shadier areas. I just recently pulled it out of the shade because I remember I have this Malabar spinach growing in there when the jackfruit was just a tiny little bud. And anyway, so it grows like an annual. It is easy to grow, but prefers moist, fertile soil. The leaves grow larger if grown in part shade, but it prefers hot and humid full sun conditions. It requires constant moisture as it is a succulent-like plant, and also to prevent blossoming and bittering of leaves. So since it's now just turning into the 90s, yes, it started growing, and this one was self-seeded. It when we collected the seeds last year, a few dropped back into the pot, and this is what the flower would look like, except that it's not mature yet, so it's not red. I mean, the seed. So on the seed right here is the flower, and it'll bloom. And so whenever you harvest it to eat, you just pluck off these tender leaves, and they're really good raw or cooked. The vine should be supported by a structure as it climbs, so 2 plants are enough to feed an average family. And to prune it, you have to prune it, cut the thick fresh leaves, and keep the stem intact, and it'll keep growing. It can be grown from seed or cuttings, and the thick hard stems can be rerooted in the ground. Germination from seed takes 3 weeks to a month when temperatures reach 65 to 75 degrees. So I didn't know that this was going to grow here, but last year we had a fruit tree in a pot, and I grew was Malabar spinach at the base of the tree in the pot, and so it climbed up the little tree, and my husband was worried that it would kill the tree. But by the end of the season, I had just unwrapped it and cut off a portion of it, and I left the rest there so it could die off, and also to keep the fruit tree insulated, as well as in the summer it kind of protected the fruit tree from the heat. So I thought it served dual purpose, and I was trying to stack functions. So you might want to try that if you're interested in, of course, more mature trees where you can grow viney things on the trees instead of erecting trellises. So if you ever eat it and the stem is slightly tough, you can just stick it in the ground and it will reroot. So in India it is used in chutney. It can be stir-fried or put in curry. In India it is cooked with spicy chilies, onion, and mustard oil. It tastes crispy, juicy, citrusy, and peppery when raw. It may be steamed gently. It can be a companion plant with peas and asparagus, and it can overtake other plants but provides abundant leafy food. Often it can reseed and volunteer anywhere. So then an easy solution is to dig it up and replant it where you would like it. And so over on the other side of the yard, I had grown it near the children's garden. And of course, I didn't realize at the time that it's kind of a shady area under the tree. So it's popped up 2 little pups, and I'm going to put those in a pot and give them to friends and family. So that's my solution. If I can't find a place for something, I'll give it away. I won't purposely kill a plant just because it grew in my yard. So it can be grown on a trellis up a fence using a teepee trellis. I grow it at the base of a tree and allow it to climb, so that's my preference. This one volunteered, so but I'm gonna keep it here, and I'm gonna put like one of those tomato cages here or something. Let's see. I don't think it's a bad problem to have it reseed and grow in different places, because it provides a ton of food and it thrives in this really hot climate that we live in down here, and it provides lots of seeds, and you can grow many more the next year or share with friends and family. And the fresh red seeds, you can harvest them and dry them to regrow for another year, or to sell or to give to friends and family. But the fresh seeds can also be used as a dye on fabric and artwork if you get the red variety. It is great for your digestive tract because it has a mucilaginous texture, much as aloe does, but not to that degree, because it's slightly succulent, but it is not moist and slimy as thick as aloe is. So that is all about Malabar spinach. Thank you for watching, and back to my chores for the day.